Well, Arista didn't have anybody. Their entire venture into rock music was signing three groups. What was it? Muzza Chunka,
Mm.
something and
Yeah.
Shuffle, Hayes and Shuffle.
And as the total nerd that I am, I'm gonna look up both those bands after this.
They were great. They were great. Muzza
Yeah.
Chunka, remember them?
Muzza
Dude,
Chunka
Muzza
was
Chunka.
actually awesome.
Muzza Chunka
but,
was.
yeah.
Muzza
If you
Chunka is
Stop
great.
Lost and all that shit. Fuck, go for them, man. Go for
Okay.
them.
They came to see us play. They took us out to eat. Said you got that aggressive punk rock sound. You can be real big thanks to Kurt Cobain. Screaming moldy cheese, real integrity. Line, 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 line. From now on it's just corporate rock. I don't know what it means. I don't care what it means. Just let me quit my fucked up job and smoke green pot with David Hayes. Screaming moldy cheese, real integrity. Line, 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 line. From now on it's just corporate rock.
That's right, it's time for another Bands You Should Know. Kind of a special Bands You Should Know, because this is the very first Bands You Should Know that stemmed from another Bands You Should Know, and a band that I didn't even know prior to several months before making this video. So it goes to show you that my whole vibe is not that I know all the things and like I'm telling all the people that just don't know as much as me about all the things. No, these are lesser known bands that I hear and I go, man, more people should be talking about and be listening to these bands. And all the time, I'm discovering new shit. And as you can see in the very beginning clip I showed you, the last Band You Should Know was all about the band Stick. And then I managed to get together, well, with a little bit of help from Mark Smurl, I got together the original lineup of Stick for an interview. And during that interview, they mentioned the band Muzza Chunka. And if you could see it on my face, I'm like, what is a Muzza Chunka? and of course, soon after that interview, I went and listened to some Muzza Chunka, and immediately I was just like, where the fuck has this been? Because it's the kind of shit that I really am attracted to from the era that I'm very attracted to, that early 90s era of rock music and kind of fringy rock music. And of course, bands with a small discography that didn't make it and their stuff didn't for some reason carry on with a bunch of people talking about it and you know, cool represses happening for Record Store Day. Some of those bands don't get that, and usually these days on Bands You Should Know, those are the kind of bands that I am trying to focus on. And lo and behold, I found a new one, Muzza Chunka. All right, so let's do this. Muzza Chunka formed somewhere in Los Angeles, California, sometime in 1991. The lineup for the duration of the band was vocalist Paul Dybdahl, I hope that's right, guitarist Dave Teague, bassist Nick Steinberg, and drummer John Orshnick. And they played heavy alternative rock, for lack of a better term, not much unlike many other bands were playing heavy alternative rock, each trying to carve out their own niche in their own way. And the Muzza Chunka form of this heavy alternative rock was a little bit more punky, a little bit more irreverent, I guess. All heavy shit and all fun shit. Put heavy and fun together, and there you got Muzza Chunka. Their first release would be in 1992, which is a cassette-only EP called This Is a Chicken Lamp. And this was on Bong Load Records, which some of you I associate that name with Beck, early Beck stuff. He did stuff on Bong Load. And I know what some of you are thinking. Old head, you just discovered this band a few months ago. You already have all this shit? Yeah, I work fast. I get obsessive over bands that I discover. So, yeah, there's the cassette. And there's the cassette. Side A is 2 studio tracks. Side B is 2 live tracks. The 2 studio tracks would later be re-recorded and put on subsequent releases. Same with the 2 live tracks. They would be recorded in a studio and put on their full-length album. So here's the inner card of the cassette here. Nothing going on the other side. It's a pretty simple affair. But honestly, this is a pretty cool way to introduce a band. A couple studio tracks, a couple live tracks. You get the, what the songs sound like. You get a little bit of the live energy. And Muzza Chunka, from the little footage that's out there, seemed like a pretty energetic and fun live band. Also released in 1992, also on Bong Load Records, is the Loaded 7-inch. And this has the songs Loaded and Open House that would both appear on their debut album. Once again, pretty simple affair here for this 7-inch as well. And the record, just black vinyl there. And I'm pretty sure that the 2 recordings on this 7-inch ended up on their debut album, which we will talk about right now. Fishy Pants, released in 1993. Rate Your Music says October 26th. Whether or not that date is correct, who knows? But any information I can find with these smaller bands, I'm just going to run with it. And this came out on Rowdy Records, which was kind of a subsidiary of Arista Records, so it's kind of major label connected. But the interesting thing is that Rowdy Records was known more as a hip-hop/R&B label. They had artists like the R&B artist Monica and a lesser known but amazing hip-hop group called Y'all So Stupid. They were on Rowdy Records along with Muzza Chunka, distributed through Motown. So this fucking heavy ass blast of a good time was distributed by Motown. Now, when it comes to bands of this era, the heavy alternative rock bands of the era, there are a large group of ones that I enjoy and have some good shit. But at the end of the day, the ones that stand out the most for me are the ones that manage to put together a good, solid album that is enjoyable from beginning to end, and that is exactly what Fishy Pants is. It's heavy and energetic all the way through, but there's variations in the songwriting. Much like a lot of the bands, I always say that a lot of us younger folks who kind of came of age in the 90s, we were a little bit spoiled by the bands that were coming out because there was always a focus on putting together a good album with these different flavors of what a particular band was capable of, and Muzza Chunka put it all on full display there. Killer performances and energy backed by great production. Honestly, after getting to know this album pretty well, it seems baffling to me that it's not an album that still, at least a small group of people are still talking about and still praising, because to me, it's that fucking good. But don't just take my word for it. Let's hear some fucking music, and let's watch the one and only music video that Muzza Chunka made for a song off of Fishy Pants. And it just so happens that also appeared on this Rock Video Monthly, which came out in April of 1994. And also, fun fact, that the cover of this is a still from the music video that we're about to watch. So here we go. Probably the best quality version of this music video on the internet. You're welcome. Here is Muzza Chunka with Float.
Words and opinions, they're
total fucking banger, am I right? So yeah, this album did not do well. Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at the inside of the CD. There's a picture of the band there on the inside, and then you got some lyrics here. And then you got some others, some very 90s pictures of the band there, followed by them, of course, eating a meal on the back, because why wouldn't you? What are they guilty of? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? Sorry. But yeah, the album didn't make a big splash at all, and honestly, I couldn't find any proof that the video for Float was ever even played on MTV. If somebody else knows, let me know. But I certainly never saw it because I didn't know who the fuck this band was until several weeks back. Maybe it's been several months. I don't know. What is time anyway? So Fishy Pants would be the only album that Muzza Chunka would release, but they would follow it up in 1993 with another 7-inch here, which includes the song Meaty Greedy, which is on Fishy Pants, and then the song Shun, which was originally on the This Is a Chicken Lamp cassette EP, but this is a re-recorded version that appears to have been recorded along with the other songs for the album, but only released on this 7-inch, which is green. And look at that, it's a big whole 7-inch. You don't see a lot of those anymore, do you? And here's where finding things on the internet started to get a little bit slim for this band. I was able to see that they were included on the Foundation's Forum compilation CD for 1993. Now, I'm assuming that means they also played at Foundation's Forum 93. I'm not sure, but also on that CD are Stick, who I covered on the last Bands You Should Know, and Souls at Zero, who I didn't cover them exactly, but many years ago on Bands You Should Know, I covered them under their old name, Wrathchild America. See, everything ends up intertwining somehow. But honestly, there is very little info about this band on the internet. I think probably out of all the bands that I've done on Bands You Should Know, this is the least amount of info that I was able to find. I do know that sometime in the early 90s, they toured with The Organization, which was a band that had ex-members of Death Angel after Death Angel split up in the early 90s. And I do know that they played a show on New Year's Eve. Now, it says 1994. Does that mean it's New Year's Eve 1993 into 1994? I'm going to assume that that's what it is. But I was able to find this one lone live performance of Muzza Chunka on YouTube. Thank you to Louis Elevitz for filming it and posting it. In the credits for this episode, I'll put their handle on YouTube. But this performance was at the Hong Kong Cafe. I'm assuming that's probably in Los Angeles. I'm not entirely sure. On New Year's Eve. And they play, a lot of the Muzza Chunka stuff, but they did a cover that when I watched this show, it really stood out to me. I'm like, this is a fucking great cover of this song. They do a cover of a song by Gang of Four called Ether. So I thought, you've heard Muzza Chunka, let's see some live footage and them doing an interesting cover of a Gang of Four classic.
Anybody fucking remember Gang of Four? Hey, no beer. No beer. Does anybody remember the Gang of Four? Anybody remember the song Ether? Entertainment? Let's do it. We're gonna make it sound real shitty. It's at the end of the rainbow, like noise and
See, pretty fucking cool version of that song, and they got a great live energy, and I'm sad that I missed out on them back in the day. So here's where we start putting on the brakes, because we are skidding towards a brick wall of information about Muzza Chunka. So there is a Facebook page, facebook.com/Muzza Chunka. I'll put that in the description of the video and in the end credits, just so you all can go there if you want to. I don't really know who it's run by. I think it may be Paul, the vocalist, but I'm not entirely sure. But in scrolling through that Facebook page, I did see that around 2011 or 2012, they had reunited. I don't know if it was the entire band or some of them, and they were at least practicing and playing together, and I think maybe intending to play shows, but I didn't see anything about them ever playing any shows. And also, in one particular post, it was said that there was another EP called Push. And in the post, they're like, anybody interested? In the comments, you'll see, I'm interested, me. And then there's been no response. So, hey, Muzza Chunka, anybody, whoever's running that page, whoever in Muzza Chunka sees this video, how you guys doing? Are you guys playing together anymore? Throw me some more info. If you want to get the whole band back together for an interview, that's cool with me. But also, somebody get me a copy of that fucking last EP that you guys did. But other than that's it. I don't know exactly when they broke up. I don't know exactly why they broke up. Was there a breakup? Was it literally just they went their separate ways because, the album wasn't successful or whatever? Either way, it's fucking sad, because if all of you go and listen to Fishy Pants by Muzza Chunka, you will hear that the range and quality of the stuff on that album clearly shows that band had a lot more to offer. So it's kind of shitty that didn't happen. I'm going to blame Rowdy Records, because, I'm assuming they probably weren't marketed or promoted very well at all, if at all. I do know that a short time after that, guitarist Dave Teague was in the band The Dickies, and drummer John Orshnick was in Fireball Ministry, might still be in Fireball Ministry. I think that band's still around. Fuck, maybe the Dickies are still around too. But the other two members, I wasn't able to find any concrete information about anything, and literally that's it. We've hit the bottom of the barrel of Muzza Chunka information. But if nothing else ever comes to light about Muzza Chunka or with Muzza Chunka, at least we have this fucking killer album, Fishy Pants. I don't even think it's on streaming. You can probably find it on YouTube. I think all the songs are on YouTube. Go to eBay, go to Discogs, get a CD copy like I did. And if you're into the band, let's do what I always say we're going to do. Everybody just start talking about this band and get them into some more ears here and there. Because if they never do anything again, that's fine. But man, music like this that came out around that time in the early to mid 90s that was so good, it just sucks that it could possibly one day just fucking die and nobody will ever talk about it or listen to it again, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm passing it along. I'm passing the Muzza Chunka along to all of you, and I would hope that you all pass it along to whoever you can. So because they are a band that you should know, and now you do, and I do too. All right, that's it for this edition of Bands You Should Know. Go listen to Muzza Chunka and take care of yourselves, because you guys rule. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all again very soon.